Well met, welcome back to the channel. We are going to be a little bit out of order this week, but first of all, hope everyone is having a nice break over Christmas and heading into the new year. It's been feels like it's been a while since I've recorded anything. I guess it was last Wednesday, but yeah, One Piece has kind of been on and off schedule this week because the new chapters officially doesn't come out till the 3rd. So we've had the last chapter of the year already, but then spoilers came out last week on time, and then the chapter unofficially, I guess the translated chapter has come out yesterday. So we're already a bit behind from that, and our Tower of God's thrown off as well. We will make do. We will make do. But right now, yeah, we're gonna catch up with some One Piece. So hope everyone's doing all right. And yeah, before we get into it, we shall recap the previous chapter. So, last chapter was really good, by the way, just in case you hadn't read it. So Queen versus Sanji is pretty much all wrapped up now. Well launched off Onigashima. Queen is. He's probably gonna land somewhere on Wano down below now that we're over land. Sanji returns Chuji, the mouse, to Osome, and then he just pretty much collapses from his injuries. And then we go to the main point of the chapter, Zoro vs King. Fantastic chapter. So before we even get back to seeing them both, you see the black haki strike just coming out of the cave. Whoa. And Zoro's done an attack that pierces King's armor once more. And then he just rips off what's left of his mask and shows his face for the first time. A Lunarian lad. Oh, yes. Just as the Beast Pirates are starting to, spread the rumors as they do, talk about it a little bit more, King just wipes him out. Imperial Fire Dragon straight out of his sword. Does not even care at this point. And then just goes back to attacking Zoro again. Zoro's kind of curious, of course. But he's also aware that his sword, he doesn't have much time, right? Because his sword is draining him of haki. Enma's taking a toll right now. So he's got to finish this quickly, of course. King kind of agrees, and they've both been going at it for a while. But before he goes back to reclash, he's like, "Oi, Kaido is going to be the next Pirate King." Very cool. Very cool. We have a quick flashback of young Kaido, back at a laboratory where someone was doing experiments on probably both of them. There was a lot of speculation this could be how Vegapunk made the replicate devil fruit of Kaido's fruit because he was in this place. It doesn't exactly say where it was, but they were in a lab. King, or Arbor, as his name is, back there, and Kaido frees him, and then they just escape. I wouldn't call it much of an escape. They're just walking away from the lab, just chilling, while it's blowing up. And we see his Lunarian wings, kind of like the opposite of Shandian wings. So he's got fully black wings coming out of his back, while Shandians have the white wings. Very interesting. And then that's pretty much all we see. Just the unknown lab, they both escape. And then we come back to the fight. Zoro and King clash. King tries to take his swords again by shifting the way his swords catch things. I don't know how to describe it. It's like he just turns on a button and then his sword kind of becomes like a chainsaw for a little bit, and it kind of locks Zoro's swords in. Anyway, I think to get out of that one, correct me if I'm mistaken here, but Zoro just kind of activated his conquerors a little bit. Kind of like how Roger and Whitebeard clash. They're still connecting their attacks, but the blades aren't touching. So that kind of conqueror clash comes out of Zoro. They both get blown back, and he keeps his swords in the meantime. And yeah, they both just get blown away. Zoro's kind of learning how King's powers work, and he lands a hit. And then King is starting to block some of his attacks. Zoro knows he's starting to get into his head. We see King launch an Imperial Fire Dragon, from just off the edge of the island. Absolutely launches it. And then Zoro meets the attack. Of course he does. Head on. King of Hell. 3 dragon style. 103 senses. Soaring Jigok dragon. What an attack. Anyway, he directly pierces King's fire dragon just straight through, cutting it up as he goes, and then direct hit straight on King's chest. But you see his hand, his sword, and his wing all just get cut, and then the black lightning haki just remaining where he got hit. It looks so cool. That's gonna look amazing when animated. And then we see like King's been hit, and then Zoro's just like dived off the island for the attack. So that's where we left off. So I'm kind of thinking that Momo might catch him if he's down below, but we'll see how it goes. Very keen for this chapter. It's gonna be great. Alrighty, let me just get there. All right, One Piece 1036. Have a nice kind of color spread here in the snow, winter. So it's all the Strawhats just jumping around one of the buildings. This doesn't look like it's translated, but it looks very cool, literally, and of course, very cool. All right, here we go, the chapter. So, clipping King's wigs. All right where we left off. So King has just taken the hit. You see his sword. Okay, it doesn't look like his arm was cut, although in the end of the previous one, it really did look like it got cut as well as the wing and the sword. So it's just the sword and the wing. He's kind of flying down. Zoro, he's got the attack stance like whoosh, but he's fallen. And then he's puffing. King just says, Kaido-san. The chapter is called Bushido is the Way of Death. This is a reference to Hagakure, a guide to being a warrior. And then, you still believe that? King, mini flashback with Kaido and King. You think I'm Joy Boy? Oh, this is what we need right now. Is the world I'm making really the world you wanted? They're just chilling, having a drink. Legends are legends. At this point, it doesn't matter what you do. I owe you my life. Just keep being the strongest, and I'll make sure to never lose until you're the king of the pirates. Ooh, okay. This is getting me thinking he might not be done here. So he's taken the hit. You see a gah. Zoro realizes something. Until the day I beat him to become the greatest swordsman, I will never lose again. Got a problem with that, King of the Pirates? And then Luffy just laughs. Zoro flashback, of course. The declaration back at the party. Nope. If this is what it takes, ooh, I'll become the king of hell. Wait, is Zoro, what is he doing? Is he doubling off for an attack right now? You see like the black haki coming off his sword still. He's going in for another one. Wait, no, he's not. He's flying. Okay, so he's got a couple of his swords. He like slashes the air and bounces back up onto the island, I think. There's like a little bit of smoke or clouds, I don't know how you would say that, of where he did his up B recovery from. So Zoro looks like he's back up there. Battle outside the right brain tower. Victor. Zoro. Very nice. And then we're back up. So one of the Marys for the CP0 is just flying around. He sees Zoro recover. Just like, bonk. King has lost. Huh? It can't be. The All-Stars and the Flying Six were defeated? This is no joke. Then again, those wins are meaningless as long as those two monsters are still standing. They're not wrong. Okay, and then we see a little bit of Kid and Lorvos. Big Mob's just raging. So all like the metal has been turned into homies and stuff. It doesn't look like too much is going on. They're alive. That's not bad. As events unfold, this conflict approaches a potentially disastrous end. Should Luffy manage to triumph over Kaido, the flame clouds holding Onigashima would dissipate and the island would come crashing down. We get an overview from the CP0 that would ignite the gunpowder stores in the castle basement, resulting in an explosion that would consume the flower capital. And so you got like a little map of Onigashima before and if it hits, gunpowder cache and the flame clouds. Countless people are enjoying the fire festival. Momo is kind of panicking. I will stop this. They remain unaware of the fact that their lives could be snuffed out at any moment. And another crisis approaches. A manifestation of Kanjuro's hatred heads for that same basement. So the yokai that they were talking about, the flame ghost, burning hatred, it's like going down directly for it. It actually looks like it's ahead of Yamato at this point in time. But she was about to get one of the numbers to help her out, I think. Just like smash her way down. Spurred on by the words of Orochi, it may explode Onigashima in mid-air. Fortunately, Yamato is in hot pursuit. Wait, who's narrating right now? And why is that fortunately? I don't think the CP0 would say fortunately. Maybe it is just a narrator. Okay. Gate to the armory. I knew it. Roki's here. Oh, number 6. Numbers Roki. He's guarding the gate. He's guarding the gate so well right now, Yamato. The lad is sleeping. I don't have time to fight him for the key. I'm counting on you, Fuga. And then he's like, oh my goodness. Just like headbutts him straight into the gate. Okay, well, that's one way to do it. Fuga just launches in with his lower horse half. Headbutt straight into the wall. There's a crash, large creak, large snap. The snap probably isn't good, but Roki is like on the floor right now. Yamato bounces past. Thanks, Fuga. Keep Roki busy. And then they're both like, Fuga, Roki. Numbers very good at communication. We are at the attic between the first and second floor. Skull Grass Bomb. Skull Grass Bomb, is that Usopp? Yeah. Wait, that looks like Brook as well. Don't let up. They're with the red scabbards and straw hats. Usopp's, I'm surrounded by fire and enemies. This is it. I'm a goner. That one's worth 200 mil. So the pirates are just like, oh wait, it's literally just Usopp and Kinemon, it looks like. Usopp, don't know, forget about me. Just take Kiku. And then they're both on the floor. No, Kinemon-sama, I'm too far gone. Hopefully, we will see what Marco and Izo. I think they were heading this way, surely. No, Kinemon-sama, I'm too far gone. Kiku's sounds like she's done so. I mean, they both had hits. They should not be there. Also, Usopp should have reunited Kinemon's lower half now, right? Maybe? Because that was tied onto the bottom of Speed, was it? If he's here. Okay, sounds good. I'll leave you both and escape. Usopp, come on, bro. Wait, that would make this rescue attempt pointless. What is it with you samurai having death wishes? They're both just silent on the floor. I don't get this obsession with honor and committing seppuku. I know it's your culture, but I can't stand it. And then he's unleashing a barrage against the Beast Pirates there. It may look pathetic to keep struggling with tears and snot running down my face, but I don't care. I'll never stop clinging to life. You have to keep going, even if it's in disgrace. Dying after coming this far would be a waste. Look at him go. Our brave warrior of the sea right there. Oh, Usopp, don't. It's not enough to just fight in this raid, you idiots. I can't hold them off. Well said. Get down. Who is this? Who is that? Tiny. And then just a... Yeah. Oh wait, he lands. He's got guns. Looking like a samurai. Is that actually Izo? Okay, so Usopp takes cover. And then the figure kind of lands and shoots all around him. I want to say Matrix style, but it's more like Devil May Cry. Okay. Dante. It is Izo. Okay. Why is he here? He's a former Whitebeard division leader. It's Izo. I saw Marco on the live floor earlier. What's happening? All the pirates looked like they were kind of taken care of. Usopp just says, whoa, I don't know who you are, but thanks for saving me. Kinemon's on the floor still. Izo. And then Kiku. Big brother, don't strain yourself. Speaking will aggravate your wounds. There'll be time to talk later. She's okay? If you two truly believe in Straw Hat Luffy, you have to live on. Okay? And then takes off his cloak. He's got the white beard logo on his back. Powerful. Keep them safe, God Usopp. Wow, you've heard of me. That's so good. You've heard of me. He swoons over there. I'll leave these guys to you then. Let's go, Hamlet. Oh, that's who it was. It was Hamlet, not Speed, who he was riding on before. So he takes Kinemon and Hamlet takes Izo, I believe. They both look like they're whole right now. Right. And then, so Izo's going to hold off the fodder. I wonder where Marco is. Marco would have been perfect to help heal them up right there, but that's okay. The third floor. Release your paralysis jutsu, Raizo. The winner has already been decided. You first. They're caught in a ninjutsu battle. Okay. Raizo's back is starting to be caught a bit on fire though. If this is what you want, so be it. Fate was not on your side. The flames will reach you first. I shall be free after you burn to death. I am a loyal retainer to Odin-sama. A fire this mild cannot make me sweat. Look at him go. Treasure repository. Second floor. Oh, sorry. Raizo was fighting the Oniwa Banshu lad. Forget his name. Fukurokuju, I think, maybe? It's the tall head lad. And then treasure repository, second floor. Am I dreaming or not? Oh no, we're with Orochi again. Hurry, Fukurokuju. Oh, I did. Yeah, okay. We have to flee before the island blows up. He says as he's on the floor next to Komurasaki. Same thing. My lord, is something troubling you? Oh, no, really. Hey, Komurasaki, play me that song. The one I like. Right away. And then we are immediately back to the second basement. We're getting out of here, Inbi. And then he's just stomping away with the poo. These guys mean business. They're just absolutely charging. This guy kind of does look more like a devil than the rest of them. He's got like the horns and the the pointy ears as well. Interesting. Anyway, they're both legging it. Sorry, Zanki. Nice knowing you, Drake. So he completely abandoned. He picked a fight with the CP0 with Drake and then just bails. Sorry, Zanki. Nice knowing you, Drake. Whoa. And then what's going on here? This looks like someone's been cut. It's a number because it's huge. I would assume. Wait, is that the CP0 left? And then, yeah, it is. That's okay. That's the number that was with Pooh. My bad. And then Drake is on the floor as well, just taken out, completely taken out. Okay, CP0 just kind of destroyed them. As expected of a man with his reputation, he was quite a handful. And then the other lad, Apu, is running away. And then, what do we hear here? Who is this? Is he laughing? Oh no, it's a phone call, sorry. Have you captured... there's a gotcha, of course. Have you captured Nico Robin? Not yet. Something else came up. You need to get out of the castle quickly. What are you saying? The All-Stars have been wiped out. Oh, Sanji's being taken care of. The odds of this new generation winning are 1,000,000 to 1. But we really need to be ready if they somehow pull off an upset. They're just like, look, we're not saying they won yet, but they could. News that big would exacerbate everything that's happening around the world. The fate of an era will be decided on this island in the next few minutes. Understood. So we see pictures of Sanji being nursed to health, Killer, Beppu, Zoro's just taking a nap. He's not in a good spot either, but no one's taking care of him. We see Law, Big Mom, Kid. But humans cannot push themselves forever. Ooh, and then we see some smoke on the rooftop. Surely they've already reached their limit. We're on the rooftop. Oh, yes. So we see a bit of haki coming out of Luffy. Gomu Gomu no. And then Kaido just like clubs him. Not sure if it was before he got his attack off. Luffy charges back in for a stamp, but his arm is still back. Kaido just clubs him on the head. That's where Luffy's head should be. There is now a club. Got slammed. Then hits him with a rock gun. Ooh. So that was the hand he still had back while he kicked him. So he kicked, tanked the attack, and then his rock gun comes through. Smashes Kaido. It looks like it's doing damage. So they both just fall on the floor. Kaido starts laughing. Luffy starts laughing. They're enjoying this. This is getting good. I was thinking the same thing. Very cool. The smiles of the mighty. What will the fallout of this death match be? It's getting good on the roof. It's getting good on the roof. Let's quickly have a look for color images. Oh, there is the final image where Luffy hits him with a rock gun. And then they just both get up laughing. Man, we're at the stage where I want to say Kaido is weak enough that Luffy is 1v1ing him. But this actually shows a lot of Luffy's growth as well. Sure, he's still learning as he's fighting. But man, they're both being pushed to the edge a bit much here. Luffy's already on round 2. Kaido is just tanking it still. My goodness, they're both doing great. This is going to be a good match. As soon as Kaido goes down there, so will the island. Got to watch out for that. Luffy, I feel like he does know that actually, but he's thinking Momo can just catch it. There's a lot going on that we still need to see resolved, but it looks like we're finally getting back to the rooftop fight. They're both just absolutely smashing each other with huge hits. A rock gun. Meanwhile, Kaido's just bashing Luffy. Okay. Excellent. What a good chapter. We're a bit all over the place, still wrapping things up, but we are definitely moving towards, I want to say, the final major fight of Kaido versus Luffy. Alright, let us see. We are chapter 136, top comments of Reddit. Here we go. Izo calling Usopp God Usopp is something I never knew I needed to hear, and I'm loving it. That's so good. Izo doesn't really know about Strawhats apart from their reputation, so the chances are that he had never heard of Usopp or he had seen his wanted poster. He just walks up to her. Take care of the God Usopp. Asleep. Yamato for Nakama. Woke. Kaido for Nakama. Bruh, this chapter, like, I was kind of thinking that when I saw that end panel, they're just absolutely loving bashing the crap out of each other. Be like, huh, if Luffy does get stronger, which obviously he will, he would make a good kind of rival. Even though he's of the older generation, it's like Shanks and Whitebeard, right? He's like, Kaido's the strongest member of the previous generation, and then, you know, which would be Whitebeard in that case, and then Luffy would be the Shanks, the young new generation coming up. It could work. He'd be like the old guy, just keen to fight Luffy every now and again. I like it. Robin, if it helps Luffy to become the king of pirates, I'll become a devil. Sanji, would becoming a lifeless monster be useful to you, Luffy? Zoro, if it means you'll become the king of pirates, I'll become the king of hell. They're giving up quite a lot to help the old Luffy out, but you know, they're doing their best. It's all going to work out in the end. Maybe. I feel bad for King. He too is just devoted to Kaido as Zoro is to Luffy. King and Kaido for Nakama. I mean, if it comes to a point where they've been able to knock them out and maybe have a discussion afterwards, maybe King will talk about Joy Boy a bit more and we might learn a bit. And Kaido is just down for a fight. Like, sure, he might want to become king of the pirates, but I feel like it's always been secondary to him. he just wants to, well, die as he was introduced, but he just wants to fight strong people, I think. He's enjoying this so much. I reckon there's more potential for him to be like one of the strongest rivals that Luffy has if he doesn't die. King as well. But there's still probably a bit of information, or a lot of information that we could get from both of them. So we're going to get some mad flashbacks here, I reckon. Raizo versus Fukurakuju is what happens in all those off-screen multiple day fights. The camera isn't on us, so we don't have to do anything. They're just standing there, locked in jutsu. Loving how strong CP0 are looking. Was hoping that they wouldn't lose to Drake and Apu, and Raizo versus Fukurakuju is hilarious and oddly perfect. They're doing their best. Yeah, CP0, definitely still a top tier threat. I'm not sure where that exactly would put them on the power scaling charts, considering we didn't actually see what they did. All we could assume right now is probably their classic CP techniques, so like the Tekken and the Skywalk and all that kind of stuff that Lucci and them showed off ages ago. But maybe they have their own skills. They took out Drake a number, and Apu probably just saw that and legged it. I want to say he didn't really do much. Apu, that is just how Apu is. He saw he was going to lose the fight. He doesn't need Basil there to tell him how bad his odds are. He just legs it. But yeah, definitely some sort of threat moving forward, especially if there's a lot of them, which there still seems to be. There's the two in the war room kind of guiding them. There's the two out on the field, and then there's the bunch of Marys floating around. They still have quite a bit of control over the field. They're just still observing mostly at the moment. And seeing the world's reactions to Luffy defeating an emperor is going to be nuts. Even more so if, depending on what happens with Big Mom as well, right? Like, 2 emperors and that many supernova just like survive. They not only did they not die versus up against them, but they were most of the new generation was just able to get out. Even Capone's been out from Big Mom, got away from Big Mom kind of recently. So the new generation is looking kind of powerful, especially if Big News Morgans is just going to promote that, which you know he is. It's going to be great. It's one of the best parts of One Piece. When an arc finishes, and then it takes the time to just like go zoom out to the rest of the world and see what's happening there. That's why the Reverie has been so good as well. You get so much information about what's happening in the world. All right, we'll go on. King of Hell. That sounds awfully similar to a Dark King. Yes, Mr. Rayleigh just looks on smiling. Of course he does. Of course. All right. Very good. Very good chapter. So I guess officially, this is supposed to be the first chapter of 2022, but it is out a bit earlier, even though it's out a bit later than the spoilers gave it credit for. So yeah, I guess that's probably about it for One Piece from now. I haven't looked at too many like theories or caught up with too much One Piece yet, but coming off of these last 2 chapters with more interesting facts about Lunarians and like the lab and everything, I'm sure we're going to get a few wild theories. So going to be very enjoyable in the One Piece universe over the next couple of weeks. People just like having a discussion about it all. But yeah, that's probably going to be about it from me for now for One Piece. Thank you very much for watching, listening, or reading the chapters along as well. That is what you do. And yeah, I'll catch you in the next one. It'll probably be Tower of God, maybe solo leveling, depending on what exactly is happening with that. I'm not quite sure how solo leveling is going because I believe we're in the epilogue now. So not sure how many chapters we have left, but we'll keep reading it as long as the chapters come out. But yeah, thanks for coming along. Hope you have a good day, night, evening, morning, wherever you are. I'll catch you in the next one. Laters.